So, hello everyone and welcome to this CATIA TV webinar. Today, we will present the creative and human-centered approach to design a new cabin concept for heavy machinery. And our goal with this webinar is to show you in details how we can use applications from Dassault Systems to be able to do this kind of heavy machinery cabin concept. For that, I'm happy to have with me Dominique GALMEL.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Edouard. Hello, Howard. So, yes, Dominique GALMEL. I belong to the industrial equipment industry team in charge of the heavy machinery segment, where we can find agriculture and construction machines. And yeah, I'm pleased to introduce this cockpit experience with you.
Okay, thank you. And I'm also with Aude Massoni.
Hello, with Edouard, we are part of the CATIA R&D team on creative design subjects. So we will talk mainly about concept design and human subject altogether, because here it's a good example on how we work also with industry to take the final user shoes and try to make enhancement and evolution on our product.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity to challenge, in fact, our developments and to also identify what we have to plan for next releases. So I hope you will enjoy this webinar. And now, Dominique, I think you will present the overall project with your introduction.
Sure. Thank you, Edouard. Yes, we'll do.
Okay.
So why did we design this new cabin concept for the heavy machinery industry? As said already, the idea is that for agriculture and construction machines, we have developed internally in Dassault Systems the PE construction equipment company, which is working in the construction equipment industry, delivering excavators, and companies like this big construction equipment industry is following the major trends on the market, which is really to modernize the cabin based on customer challenge. You know, some of the challenge are the safety for the operator, the better accessibility and the comfort also for the operator. There is a lack of operators in some of the markets. The visibility from the cabin is really important to operate correctly. And of course, the ergonomy needs to be really adjusted because the machines are more and more complex with more and more functions, more and more smart functions that needs to be integrated and easy to use inside the cabin as a command. So this was not an easy task. And as we mentioned, so we've started from this existing one up to this new result on the right side that you can see, quite excellent result that will be described and demonstrated later on by Edouard and Aude. And this has involved, many teams. In fact, 4 teams in our company, 15 people working on the collaboration on the same environment, leveraging our capability of the 3D experience platform, of course, from the CATIA team for the design and the color and trim, for the simulation organization, simulating the comfort and the HVAC systems, delivering marketing assets, as well as driving the project, the industrial equipment industry, to manage this overall collaboration and challenge. The scenario that we have gone through is really starting from the socialization and innovation management with market analysis, some kind of a survey on the global market with operator feedbacks, collaboration, social collaboration inside the 3D experience platform with swim communities, exchanging on concepts, and then brainstorming sessions to really validate the new ideas and start initiating the project based on this informal exchange that key stakeholders may have within this social collaboration concept. Afterwards, there has been this creative design, human-centered design, that will be the center of the CATIA talk today, that will be described by Edouard and Aude in the following part of this session. We had also the capability to do systems performance, HVAC systems performance, cabin performance validation with this new cabin for the safety of the operator, but also for its comfort and to respect the regulations. As we said, the cabin are more and more connected with software-driven functions inside that needs to be developed in a multi-discipline environment, connecting software, electrical, fluidics applications. And as our solution is really complete, we have the capability to go to the market assets creation, delivering marketing pictures and preparing ambiances and giving the capability to, from the virtual environment, deliver marketing content to start sales before producing a single element. Now it's time to move ahead with the second part of the session, creative and human-centered design. Edouard, Aude, this is your turn.
Okay, so now it's time to go to the demonstration. With Aude and the team, we worked last year on a new design project. The idea was to do the interior design of the cockpit for the BSK aerator. And now we want to comment all the videos to illustrate all the capabilities of CATIA applications available in our portfolio. And also what we call the human-centered design approach, the new trend we want to push on the market.
During this presentation, we will go through different phases. The first one is about ideation and also how designers will explore ideas. Then we will talk about how to experience your concept, how to visualize it, and we will finish to talk about virtual validation of this concept. So here is the full workflow. You see there is 10 different milestones. And first, we will talk about the project kickoff and brainstorming with Edouard.
Yeah, so we used 3D Whiteboard to start our new creative design project. 3D Whiteboard is a new capability offered in the 3D Experience platform for everyone. All collaborators are able to create whiteboards and collaborate with them. And here you can see we were able to brainstorm to gather some documents, some images, pictures from PDF, in order to start the new ideation process for this new cockpit, new cabin. And also, we wanted to create a new cabin really smart, really safe for the user, and also to have a focus on the comfort of the user again. You can see that we are able to insert some 3D models, some videos, and we are also able to draw, to annotate the documents in order to add ideas or to have different iterations with the collaborators, for example.
And on which device are you able to use it, Edouard?
Yes, in fact, because it's a web application, it's available on any device. You can use it on a desktop, but also on an iPad, for example, or even on a big touch screen, you know, the screen we should have in our meeting rooms, for example.
To collaborate all together. Okay.
Yes. So this was the first initial step. Then we will enter to the human definition and use cases. For that, we will use CATIA Human Design application. And here, the human factors specialist was using the application to position a new human reference in the cabin, really at the beginning of the project. The idea was to model and to create the geometry around the human. So here you can see we are able to manipulate and to create different postures for this virtual human using an inverse kinematic engine. It's really easy to use. All the designers can have access also to this human. You will see that in the next steps. And also the human factor specialist for this project had created different postures. All the postures are representing a specific use case we have to address as a designer. So for example, you know, the future user will have to enter to the cabin, but also to access some elements, some safety elements, or also able to put some objects in the cabin, and of course drive the machine.
Okay, so now let's see how all this human preparation and also how the human-centric approach will help the designers in their everyday life project. So we will talk about the concept design phase. So now the designer, he prepare everything in the 3D experience scene. So there is some image that he create import. Of course, there is the shape of the external cabin. And you see there is also the human that is already here and can be used as a reference to design around and to shape first ideas. So here it's an application called CATIA Natural Sketch, which is in fact a 3D sketching application. So you can, of course, sketch on plane, but because you can change the drawing plane position in space, it's then possible to create complete 3D sketches. So here I position a plane and I start to draw some rough. So it's just pixels. You can choose some colors through a color palette and easily change the brush size and opacity. Here I choose to go in the side view to start to draw the profile of the seat, still in context of the human. It's a very interesting way of working for designers because you don't have to think about the scale and the proportions. It's quite natural today because you are always in reference of the human body and proportions. So of course it's easier to position, for example, the armrest and the base of the seat. Here I switch to another tool, which is the curve creation tool. You can see that there is some snappings to have an easier way to create the curve networks. They are always connected all together. You can change the colors to specify different parts of the seat. For example, the armrest here in brown. It's easier to read at the end the 3D sketching. As you can see, it's very easy also to only double click on the human to change its posture for specific needs.